Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuzz here, and welcome to Road to Partyhat episode 15. Hopefully you guys can tell, but I got a new mic, so I'm still tweaking the settings a bit, but things should sound more clear, so super happy I upgraded the mic. But we're going to have an amazing episode today. It's a quick turnaround from the last episode, but I wanted to try to get these out more frequently as it's pretty much my most watched series. It's what got me started on YouTube. If you're new to the series, we started with about 100 mil back 7 or 8 months ago, and we are on the road to a Partyhat. I believe the end of last episode, we ended at 4 billion GP bank, or a little bit less than that. And today we do a ton of bosses. We do a lot of Magister. I can't Magister a lot, and no spoilers, but I make a ton of money. We also do some elite dungeons and a few other things. I also mixed in some live commentary in this episode, so you're going to see some of that. But all around, a really good episode, so make sure to subscribe. I have a Road to Partyhat playlist with all the episodes on my channel. Make sure you subscribe so you see all the episodes that come out. Make sure to like this video if you enjoy, and we'll get right into the video. Alright, so if you guys remember, we ended up doing a lot of Elite Dungeon 1 in the last episode. Well, I decided to go and do a bit more just because it was just so nice to do Elite Dungeons and sear you with greater ricochet. Like I said last episode, just being able to 2-cycle every time consistently is just so nice. I actually ended up 2-cycling without mines once, which is crazy because before I would barely, if ever, get a 2-cycle, and I would have to hybrid with magic and melee. I never was able to 2-cycle with just mage. I could be bad, but honestly, using greater ricochet was just so nice, and I ended up actually doing a bit more kills. I think I did another 3 or 4 kills after last episode's progress, and we got a decent amount of skills each time. Nothing too crazy, but the chest you'll see here increased quite a bit, and I actually decided, since I was going to start the Magister grind, that I may as well sell the chest so I have money so I can buy keys, because the keys for Magister are not cheap. So if you look, we had a chest full at about 82 mil, 70 ancient scales, which is really nice. So I ended up basically taking this out and selling it because my plan was to camp the Magister. If you guys don't know, I have about 2,500 Magister kills, so I've done quite a bit of Magister. And last episode, I think I had 75 scraps, which is not even a third of the way towards a Kopesh. So I decided to take the plunge and decided I would go and sell all of this loot because it wasn't doing any good just sitting there. And I would sell it and buy the keys because they're 700k each, which is a lot, but it should be worth it. So we ended up selling all this loot, and I bought a lot of Magister keys, and that's where we're going to now. Alright guys, so we actually ended up going to the Magister like I had planned, and I got some good drops. I ended up getting some Gloves of Passage. I think I got 2 during these kills, which was the last time I needed for the log when I was completing it a long time ago, and they took me forever to get, so it's funny to see me get a bunch of them now. But the main thing we're looking for is the Phylactery, and I actually end up collecting quite a bit that I'll be opening with live commentary in a little bit. But if you've never done the Magister before, it's similar to Legio's. He's very, very easy. You can kill him in under a minute usually if you've got decent DPS. My personal record, I think, is 33 seconds or something like that. But I usually just chill with Onyx Bolts and kill him in like 40 seconds or so. He also drops Vital Sparks, which you want to make sure you have your Vital Spark drop enhancers because you can make a lot of money from those. I ended up just selling most of the loot that I got from the Magister and buying more keys because you do need a ton of keys. So I ended up mostly selling my loot and buying back more keys and stuff like that. But all in all, he was pretty fun. The only thing I dislike about the Magister is you kind of need Reckless Aura or the Berserker Aura to do him because your hit accuracy kind of sucks. If you don't, you'll hit a lot of zeros, which is annoying. But all in all, it's honestly one of my favorite bosses. It's just a chill DPS dummy. And yeah, we're going to go to the live commentary now because I'm going to open a ton of Phylacteries. Alright guys, now before I actually get into the loot from the Phylacteries, I want to explain what a Phylactery is to people who might not know. So the Phylactery is an item dropped by the Magister, and you can open it to receive scraps of scripture. These scraps can be made into blessings, which you need 3, and then you can make a Khopesh, which is a tier 92 melee weapon, kind of like a Drygor, but tier 92. And you can get 5, 10, 15, or 25 scraps of scripture from each phylactery, but on average you usually get 10, and you need 300 scraps of scripture to make the Khopesh. So on average you're going to need about 30 phylacteries, which is a 1 in 18 drop rate each from the Magister. So just wanted to explain that, and now we're going to get into cracking open our phylacteries. Alright guys, so now we are going to be opening 14 phylacteries. So if we look in my bank here and we go to my scraps, I have 75. So this probably won't be enough to finish the Khopesh, so I'll probably have to go back for a bit more. But we are going to be opening up these 14, so maybe if we get insanely lucky, but I'm hoping to get around 200 to 250 in total, and then we can finish the rest off. So let's go here. Let's hope for not a lot of 5s. First one, we get 10 scraps, which is good. That's about average. Second, we get 5, which not good. Third, we get 15. Okay, that's pretty good. And then we get 5 again. Let's keep going. 10 there. Next one, 10 again. Okay, I'll take the 10 all day. 10 again. Show me like a 25. 15. Okay, not too bad. 6 left. 10. Okay, no, just no 5s and we're good. There's a 5. Let's go again. Another 5. Are we gonna hit 200? Okay, we got 15 there, I think. Yeah, 15. Next 5, and we'll hit 200. Let's see, can we end it off big? We got 10, so 205 scraps of scripture. So we got basically 130 scraps from 14 phylacteries. So we're still going to need a bit more phylacteries to go to make the Khopesh, but we're at 205 now, and we'll restore some of these. So as you can see, we now have 2, and we need 95 more scraps to make our full Khopesh. So we're going to get back to that and then open up some more phylacteries. Alright guys, so I actually ended up finishing and getting the last scraps I needed, the last 100. It took about 12 phylacteries, so longer than I had hoped. But we now have enough blessings to make the Khopesh, and here we are going to craft it. It is a one-way process, and there we go. We have crafted a Khopesh. It honestly felt so good and so relieving to get this grind done. It was truly a grind, but honestly it was really worth it, and the normal loot was just reinvested into keys. And then we put this in the GE, and this bad boy sells for 550 mil, basically almost on the dot. So a huge boost to the bank. I'm not sure how much profit we made, but I would say a lot of the normal loot. I got tons of vital sparks, which paid for a lot of keys. So I would say anywhere from about 3 to 400 mil profit, which is absolutely insane. And whew, I'm just glad to have this grind done. It adds a good amount to the bank, but I've done so much Magister, and I think in the next episodes we're going to have to go back to Telos or try to finish some of our elite dungeon logs. But man, this is just a huge amount of money, and you should really do Magister if you've never done it, because you'll make a ton of cash. Alright guys, so I decided to end off this episode by turning in some crystal Triskelion keys that I have saved up. I'm not actually sure what I've gotten in terms of loot before. I don't think I've ever gotten like the D pickaxe or anything, so that would be pretty nice. But I do have a big stack of elite clues, some master clues, so I may be doing some clue openings in the next episode. If that's something you guys would like to see, let me know. But let's go ahead and open these here. Oh, I didn't know they had an interface here that actually showed you the treasures and you can bank them. So we got another crystal Triskelion key and an elite clue, so nothing too crazy there. I kind of like that. Don't know when they added that. Let's open again. Another elite clue, not too much loot. Let's see, can we get a gemstone piece or a dragon pick? No, we cannot. So just another elite clue. So this is how we're going to end off this video. I'm going to go and show you guys a recap of the wealth evaluator, how much money we made, and what the bank's looking at. So let's go do that now. Alright guys, so now we are going to be doing our recap on how much money we made this episode and where the wealth evaluator is at. So mostly this episode, what we did was the Magister with a little bit of Elite Dungeon, and as you guys can see here, hit 3,000 kills, 33-second personal record, got a ton of Phylacteries, the pet, 6 gloves of passage, so safe to say I probably won't be going back to the Magister for a long time. We did also do some Siryu, which I have 66 kills in solo, 38 group, and I have 1100 scales, and all I need is the pet, so really want to grind that out eventually too. But if we look at the wealth evaluator, I think last episode we ended a little under 4 billion GP, and this episode we are up to 4.325 bill, so a 325 million GP gain. Most of that was from Magister, maybe a little bit from the elite dungeons. I still have a lot of relics that I have to alch, but a nice gain there. We're getting closer and closer to the Partyhat, but it still feels so far away. But I'm hoping with some huge drops like Raksha, Greater Ricochet is up to 1.5 bill. And if we look at my Raksha log, that's actually all I need left for the log. So that's something else I'd like to grind. And a lot of items are really going up in price. Next items are really expensive. Next AOD items are expensive. So there's a lot of options for me for the next episode to really increase that bank value. I'd really like to hit 10 bill, which is basically more than double our bank in hopefully the next 3 to 4 episodes. I'm hoping to get a 1 bill gain or so each of the next episodes, so might take a little longer to come out, but I will try to get them out every 2 weeks or so to be a little more frequent. I'm going to be grinding a lot, but as for the bank, still have the spider leg bottom, so may have to go finish that eventually. But honestly, nothing has really changed with the gear or the bank, but we did make that big gain. So yeah, it was a really good episode. I feel it took me so long to grind out that Magister, but it was well worth it. If you guys like the more frequent episodes, let me know in the comments, because there will be a little less progress, but I can still put out a lot of content because I know people really enjoy these types of videos. So let me know in the comments, would you like a video maybe once to twice a month, or would you like me to try to get these out weekly? And there may be a little less progress in each episode, but I still can fill in some good episodes every week. So let me know in the comments below. If you made it this far, please leave a like. It really helps these videos. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 10K subscribers. It would just be unimaginable if I got there. So please subscribe below. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.